Baseball on NESN's brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. Last year, Red Sox punching their ticket to the postseason against these Tigers. On the final Friday of the season, Ceddanne Rafaela with a walk-off triple in the bottom of the 9th inning. That doesn't happen every day. On your way to postseason play. Those Fenway Greens have been really, really good to the Sox. They continue to win those in walk-off fashion in those uniforms. A 7th between last year and the early part of this season in those. And today, going with the Marathon, the yellow alternate jerseys. And they're really good in these. Red Sox are 43-20 all-time in the yellows.
Well, you love the yellows. The greens, though, it's like the dramatics. You love that late in games, walk-off wins, but this team's very tough in these unis as well.
Give you a look at the Tiger lineup today. It's presented by Xfinity. McGonigal at the top. The third baseman hitting .306 with a home run. Gleyber Torres behind him. Riley Green is a power threat. Torkelson is too, so is Carpenter. They don't hit a lot of home runs. Certainly the Red Sox haven't yet, with Rogers, the catcher, batting 9th.
Take a look at the Sox starting pitcher presented by BuyAToyota.com. 26-year-old Brian Bello looked really nice his last time out in St. Louis, trying to build off of that as far as his arsenal goes. Still the same guy, right? He's going to ride that heavy sinker about 41% of the time. Cutter, sweeper, change, little curveball to lefties, but it's the four-seam fastball. That was 15% last year. Kind of running away from it a little bit this year. We'll see here today. As for the Sox defense, presented by CarShield, Caleb Durbin back at third base. Up the middle, it's going to be Monasterio and Connor Falefa. Wilson Contreras will be at first. Roman Anthony will be in left field with Rafael in center, Abreu in right, with Connor Wong doing the catching.
Umpires for today's game presented by M&T Bank. Felix Neal, the home plate umpire, made his major league debut last night. He has the plate today. Barksdale at first, Little at second, Addington at third. We're available to telecast, can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP is brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And look at the weather. Chilly, 49, cloudy. Bit of a breeze right to left at 11 miles per hour. I don't even want to talk about tomorrow. If you mention it, Lou, I will look away. I will ignore you. There will be no talk. Yeah, please, let's not even go there.
A beautiful day today, Obi. Let's enjoy this one.
Joy today. Great to have you back, too.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. Too long of a break.
Red Sox coming off a second consecutive win with Bello on the mound. His last time out, he was really good. And ready to go. McGonigal at .306 as mentioned, only 21 years old. And yet becoming a young star for the Tigers.
Oh, this kid's impressive. Just stays in there, gives you a good at-bat, making contact, not swinging and missing at all. Kind of moving around the infield a little bit.
And Bello's 1-0. That's in for strike.
Yeah, Brian, you want to see him get back to where he was in his last outing. Got all these ground ball outs. A lot of swing and miss in his game the first couple outings. It's almost like he fell in love with it. Because of it, walked a ton of guys, didn't get deep into games.
Yeah, for the year, just as many walks as strikeouts, 9. Tigers, a team that really scuffled on the road. In fact, they have lost 9 consecutive road games. 2-9 for the season, 8-1 at home. And a 1-2.
They got a 6-game winning streak at home and a 9-game losing streak on the road. Go figure that one.
The Sox coming in at 8-11. Tampa Bay atop the division at 11-8. And swatted into right field for a base hit. Abreu to cut that down. This kid just keeps on swinging the bat.
Oh, he does. Just a really short stroke. You see him in there. He's not really trying to pull the baseball, but if you throw it in there, he's quick and react to it. And because of that, just kind of diving over the plate on it, quick enough to turn on a sinker like this. He covers a lot. Can stay on some breaking balls and off speed the other way. It's an impressive start.
So leadoff hit brings up Gleyber Torres, the second baseman, 239 with a home run. And a lot of experience against Bello. And he swung good bat against Brian. He's 8 for 24 off him. That's .333.
They got a lot of guys in this lineup. Carpenter 3 for 4. He's got a home run. Torkelson 3 for 4. Riley Green 4 for 8.
Oh, 1 pitch. In for strike with a cutter.
You know, the guy on the other side, right? Tarik Skubal, like, we know what he is, okay? Like, back-to-back Cy Youngs. Bayo's job is to go out there and put up zeros. Got to put up zeros. Can't give a guy like Skubal 3 runs to kind of sit on. Those guys get stronger.
Yeah, that's deadly with him. He's just starting to get going, too. He hasn't had his best stuff yet, necessarily. Not in terms of piling up strikeouts. Gets warmer. Look out. E.J. Hinch, the manager. Red Sox won 1-0 last night in extra innings. Time will be granted here. And terrific pitching on both sides. And how great it is to see Ranger Suarez pitching like that. Back-to-back games now for him.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we were hoping for. Games where just sort of walk through lineups.
That's going to be in there. Caught him looking. 87 miles an hour. In the right spot on Torres to fan him.
Felix Neon behind the plate. He gets this little, look like a little cutter up. This is his, yesterday at first base, that was his major league debut. Today's his first game behind the plate. You got Bayo and Skubal. See how this thing goes. Look like a strike there on top of the zone.
Here's Keith, the DH, hitting .317. No home runs. Sox have hit only 12 home runs. Tigers only 14. You get guys in the big leagues who have hit 8 individually. McConaughey the runner at first and 1 away. And that'll be dropped in. The cutter again for a strike.
It's part of the disappointing start to the Tigers at 10-10. Everybody handed them that division. A lot of it has to do with the offense. There's guys really haven't been swinging it well. A lot of guys, especially here on the road, we talk about their record is, but big parts of their order, you haven't really got it going yet.
2-1. Keith, not a lot of experience against Bayo. He's 0 for 3. Green on deck. They have a quartet of Tigers who are really scuffling on the road. Green is 7 for his last 41. Torkelson 5 for 33. Wave and a miss on a change. 2-2.
Good change up there. We focus so much on like the velocity. Everybody goes, you don't want to throw it 89 miles an hour, 88. That one there, 87. A lot of it has to do with the shape of it as well. The one thing I'll say is getting swing and miss on it because of the location where that ball was.
Yeah, he's off to an odd start because there have been a lot of swing and miss. A liner, and that's off Monasterio, off the glove into center field. McConaughey pulls up into second. So they've got a couple of base runners with 1 down in front of the cleanup hitter.
And this line drive to the other side of second, just off the glove of Monasterio. McConaughey was off that bag too. Maybe got to cut up and popped him and doubled them off at first. But so you want to get back to who you are, right? Get this ground ball.
Sends up Green, the left fielder, 254 with 1 home run. He was a Silver Slugger Award winner last year. Started the All-Star game, hit 36 home runs, drove in 111. So there is serious power in their lineup. It has not shown yet. And the play on and no throw.
We mentioned that whiff number, 34.6% whiff rate, 89th percentile. He's never been in that category, close to it. Always below 50, below average in the league. Now the strikeouts aren't there, but the swing and miss has been piling up. Cutter, sweeper, even the sinker at times.
2 on 1 out, looking for a ground ball. Gets a lot of those when he's going well. Strike 1. That was 95. Bayo 3 career starts against Detroit. He's 0-1 with a 5.74 ERA. He's lost all 3. The Red Sox have lost all 3 of those, I should say. And the 0-1. Ooh, nearly got him. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This little four-seam fastball up and in. You're right, almost got him. You see 95 miles an hour in a year. Velo's been down a little bit. That's where he lived last year. This year about 94 on average.
McGonigal at second and Keith at first, and inside for a ball. 2-1. Now 1 run scored in 10 innings last night. Tigers have a quick scoring chance in the first inning today. Let's that go downstairs. A sinker. It's 3-1. Another power threat on deck. Torkelson, although he's yet to hit one out this year. And a hitter's count for Riley Green. And he's on ball 4. Walks have certainly been an issue for Bello. He puts on 1 here. The bases are loaded with 1 out.
Yeah, with a lot of traffic. We saw this early on in the season in a couple of his starts out in Houston and Milwaukee. And those outings, by the way, didn't last long. They piled up base runners. Remember in Milwaukee, the last one, the first 2 or 3 innings, there was 2 guys on in the first 3 innings. He got out of it. It finally caught up to him in that 4th inning and couldn't get through it. Don't want to live like this, though.
Yeah, do not want to make that a habit.
We talk about like going up against a guy like Skubal, right? Back-to-back Cy Young Award. First time since what, Pedro in 99, 2000. I was on those teams. You give Pedro 2 or 3 runs in the first or second inning, he doesn't give them back. But when it's 0-0, 1-0 in the 5th or 6th, now all of a sudden you feel like, okay, maybe we can get to him. Maybe we can get to the pen. It's big out here.
Torkelson is 3 for 4 with a home run on Bello in his career. Bases loaded. Boy, he went for the downs. 0-1. Trying to hit that a mile. Masayashida, hero last night. What a great smile he flashed at the end of that one, the 0-1. And in there for a strike, going 2.
Another good cutter. It's been a good pitch for him for that swing and miss. Now that you got him 0-2, you can start thinking about that. This is where be a contact guy, but know you got the swing and miss in your pocket when you need it.
The Tiger at every base and down low. McGonigal at third, Keith at second, Green at first. Can Bello pull off another Houdini in this inning? The 1-2. Ooh. Call the ball, and 2-2.
That's a good 1-2 pitch. And a nice job laying off of it. Connor does the right thing. That thing's off the plate.
He will step off 23 pitches, 12 strikes. They lead at first, second, and third, and a 2-2. Fouled at home plate. Now the pitches that have really been very good for him, the sweeper and a changeup. Change, of course, has always been a very good pitch for him, but opponents hitting 125 on the sweeper, 200 on the change. One man away. And Bello asking for a new baseball, and he gets one.
Torkelson, one of those guys we were talking about last year, came out and hit 31, kind of finally showed up what they thought they were going to get out of him. This year off to a slower start.
Cutter there.
I'm lucky to get that one back.
Yes.
It's not your traditional cutter. To me, that looks like an old school slider to me. I know he's got the slower sweeper that maybe he'll go to change the speed up, but it's been pretty cutter heavy. I wonder if he's seen enough of them at this point.
2-2. He got him, struck him out, back to the cut. Big K for Bello. 2 down.
You know, that's just location. As you saw, I mean, it was just nothing but cutters. You basically kept allowing him to see this pitch over and over again. And eventually that can get scary at this level. But look where he dotted that thing right on that location for the swing and miss.
So it ends up Carpenter. Kerry Carpenter, the right fielder, hitting just 192, but he does have 3 home runs. He'll take ball 1. And 3 for 4, a home run against Bayo. So once again, he's pitched himself into big time trouble here at Fenway. Can he get free? A little ground foul on a curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, you see that curveball a little more to lefties. It was kind of like we saw Ranger Suarez do this a couple starts ago, right out in St. Louis, where the first inning you're like, oh, here we go. He's really turned it on since. If you can get out of this, you can catch your breath a little bit and get into that second inning, but you got to get this guy.
1-2. Another cutter. Carpenter wound up to hit that one.
He's loving this cutter right now, isn't he? I mean, he's using it a lot more this year, but really in trouble right now. That's his go-to pitch.
Carpenter missed that by a lot. He is 1 strike away from getting out of a bases loaded, 1 out situation. 2 down, they lead all the way around, and a 1-2 from Bayo. Couldn't get him to chase it. That was the changeup. 2-2.
Yeah, it's a good play off that cutter in. Get him thinking that cutter in, then show him that changeup down and away. He just threw it way off that plate.
So as of right now, it's a 30 pitch inning. And a 2-2 on the way to Carpenter. Swinging a drive, but foul. Hit it wickedly, but he yanked it. Carpenter with 2 career grand slams. Not a bad hitter with the bases loaded. 286 bases loaded in his career. McConaughey, Keith, and Green get their leads, and a 2-2 from Bayo. Just missed. Big groan comes up from Fenway. 3-2.
That's a good little tease pitch right here. Tough to lay off of. It's a nice job by Carpenter, but here we go. 3-2. Feels like it's a first inning, but with the guy on the mound going against you, this is a very important pitch.
High stress right away. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Runners go, and a high pop up that'll twist foul and out of play. So this will be the 8th pitch of the at bat for Carpenter.
I mentioned 33 pitches. If it takes 34 pitches to put up a 0, I think you're fine with it.
Yes.
Try to get that pitch count down later. But this is the most important pitch right now.
Your heart rate already sky high. Then only the top of the first inning. Can he somehow wriggle free here? 3-2 to Carpenter. Runners go, and he walks him, and that'll force in a run. McConaughey will score. 1-0 Detroit, and he walks the second man in the inning.
Well, we're talking about him pounding the zone and having some confidence in that sinker and getting some quick outs and getting deeper into the games. And so far, it's really been the complete opposite, right? You walked a couple guys here early on, especially with the bases loaded. Get strike 1 here.
Wencel Perez, the center fielder, in play to the right side. Kiner Falefa up and over. And he did limit the damage to just the 1, although a rocky start for Bayo. 1-0 started. Monasterio in the 2 spot. Contreras batting 3rd. Then Trevor Story, the DH. Abreu in right. Cedon in center with Durbin at 3rd. Connor Wong doing the catching again. Isaiah Kiner Falefa at 2nd.
Check out the picture here for the Tigers, presented by W.B. Mason. Back-to-back Cy Young Award winner Tariq Skubal. Look at his start, off to a pretty good one. 4-seam fastball is going to be in that 97 and 99 range. The changeup's the best pitch in baseball. Sinker, slider to righties for the most part.
Fouled away as Roman Anthony goes after the first pitch. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I kind of like it. As I mentioned, that changeup is just statistically the best pitch in baseball. Second best pitch, Chris Sale's slider. But why wait around for it?
Roman 232 with a home run. Skubal's going to be a free agent after this year. Get your checkbook ready.
Yeah, no question about it. 29 years old. You know, all these people talking about not wanting to invest into a 30-year-old pitcher. You can throw that out the window.
I think so.
Everyone's going to be after this guy.
2 in a row for him. The size. A little too hopper to Torres, and Anthony is out at first. 1 gone.
Take a look at the Tigers defense. McConaughey is going to be at third base with Baez and Torres up the middle. Torkelson's at first. The outfield left to right. Green, Perez, and Carpenter with Jake Rogers doing the catching.
Red Sox have won back-to-back games. They're 6-3 in their last 9. Andrew Monasterio playing short today. And as Trevor Story is the designated hitter.
Monasterio off to a pretty nice little start. That one game we walked 3 times, but getting his hits, 3 the other day.
0-2.
We've seen him too this year in some big spots, almost like the refusal to strike out, like staying, battling, fighting some pitches off. Now, this is the ultimate test with Skubal on the mound.
He talked with Jemai about it before the game. Shooting that hole he tried to. McGonigal is up and throwing to get him. 2 up and 2 down. He was talking about, look, he's elite. We all know that. He's a great pitcher. As a hitter, you have to convince yourself you're elite too.
Yeah, you have to when you walk into that box. And the reality is like, what's the worst thing you can do? Go 0 for 3 against him? Who doesn't? So you know what? You go up there, you battle, you take your shots. You know, you stick with a game plan, whether you're looking heater in, heater out, whatever it may be. Go out and try to get 2 hits off the best pitcher in the game.
Contreras will take up high. He's at 283 with 3 home runs. Has 6 at bats in his career. Against this guy, he has 2 hits. Hit by a pitch in the bottom of the 4th last night. We knew he got hit a lot. It's not just Milwaukee, but he's been hit 5 times, tied for the major league lead.
I think the surprise is that Cedon is sitting right behind him at 4. Like, we know this guy gets hit a lot. He dives in there and taking his fair share.
I mentioned Cedon batting out of the 6th spot today. Long conversation in the dugout with Alex Cora last night. Cedon made it out there, struck out. Red Sox would eventually win the game in 10 on a big hit from Massa. Alex is doing a lot of managing of Cedon this year. Been a lot of conversations. 2-2 swung on and missed, blew him away 97 miles an hour. The Red Sox go 1-2-3 against Skubal. And it'll be 8-9-1 for the Tigers against Brian Bayo. Really labored through that first inning. Couple of walks, couple of hits, fell behind 1-0. Got out of it with the ground ball by Perez, but threw a ton of pitches. This will be number 37.
Yeah, you need some quick outs here. That's a frustrating thing. After walking Carpenter, you just throw first pitch, sinker to Perez. He rolls over to second, and you sort of like, yeah, there it is, right? Be confident in your sinker, be able to throw it to get outs.
Soft line drive on 1 hop. Kiner Falefa in plenty of time to get Baez. 1 gone. Chill under pressure presented by Grillo's Pickles. Find us chilling in the refrigerated section. Last night, Masa Yoshida's first career walk-off RBI in the majors. Red Sox won it 1-0. Only the 3rd walk-off for the Sox since 1975 in a 1-0 game.
Oh, you haven't seen many of those. Boy, you need that one too, right? Starting this homestand. It's interesting decisions late in that game. You had 1st and 3rd, 1 out, infield drawn in. You got Masa, who's a perfect double play candidate. You could have walked Masa for the bases loaded to create a force play and pitch to Wong.
Really thought they would. Hinch said no on that.
But a lot of times they have that what's called like 3 depth. You know, you're back a little bit, and if Massa hits it hard, you turn 2 and end the inning and move on. Infield in, he just hit a little chopper over the head, and thanks for coming. Celebration.
Rogers, the batter, 0-7-1 without a home run. A chance for him to get through this inning quickly.
1 for 14 with that power stash. Wow.
That is some stash. The other thing I was surprised at, the Tigers were not very aggressive during regulation before they got to extra innings. On an extra base hit, 2 down with a runner at first, they decided to hold him at third instead of testing the play at home plate. High fly, center field, driving back Cedon to the warning track. 2 down.
Especially with Joey Cora over there at third base. That's one of the things when you play the Tigers. As an outfielder, you have to always anticipate the extra 90 feet. He's usually a very aggressive third base coach. And I'm with you. That doubled down that line. You had Chapman on the mound. You're like, we're going to get another shot at this. And he held them. To give Durant some credit to getting that ball in quickly. He thought they might take a chance there.
McConaughey 1 for 1. He has scored their run, a base hit in the first inning. Signed him to a big deal, which a lot of people are doing these days. Red Sox did it with Roman Anthony. He was the same age as this kid. Lock him up. He's hitting .315.
I mean, high school kid taken in 2023 in the first round. Couple of 21-year-olds out here. He's had more walks than strikeouts at every level last couple of years, including the big leagues.
Wraps that one foul.
He just doesn't strike out. Doesn't even swing and miss. I mean, you got guys on the Red Sox, you know, you're talking 35-40% whiff rate. His is 12. It's 98th percentile.
Ripped the first pitch he saw as a big leaguer for a 2-run double on opening day. Also the second player in franchise history to have 4 hits in his major league debut. The other guy was Billy Beane. 1987. Would become far more noted as a general manager. 2-2. Shot out to center. Cedon on his horse, puts on the brakes and makes the play. Bayo with a nice recovery, gets him 1-2-3.
Second, Detroit still on top 1-0, and guys got a few updates on some arms the Red Sox could certainly use. There are signs that Justin Slayton is trending upward. He did play catch yesterday, and today he's ramping up from his right oblique strain. Alex Cora says that's positive. He is eligible to come off the 15-day injured list on Monday, but Cora did say that he would like him to go on a rehab assignment before doing that. Cutter Crawford, meanwhile, still in a holding pattern, awaiting results on a precautious MRI on his sore elbow to make sure everything is good. Cutter was pulled off just his rehab assignment after just 1 start, guys. We remember that earlier this week.
That's a guy the Red Sox could really benefit from having in that bullpen.
Well, both of them. I mean, Slayton's your number 3 guy out there behind the back end 2 guys.
0-2 to Trevor Story outside.
You really need him, and it's been the case with him the last couple of years with injuries. And Crawford's another one. Wherever it fits, it's quality arm. If you ever get back to what he was.
Ability to give you multiple innings. Cut on and missed. Nasty at 97 from Tarek Skubal. His second K, 1 gone in the Red Sox second.
Well, you can see Story kind of, you know, taking my advice, like, why wait around for the best pitch in baseball? I'm going to sit fastball. Well, he just threw him a couple of changeups to start that at bat. Now he's 0-2. Now he's kind of got you in the blender a little bit. Sees that heater in and can't hold up.
He told me today, he said, you know, Lou's back on the broadcast, right? I am going to do what Lou wants me to do on the show. Whatever he says, I'm going to take his advice.
Yeah.
I think it's very sound in this case. Well, in all cases with you as Abreu takes one down and away.
Yeah, every once in a while you're in the dugout and you come back and you're like, man, you take a fastball down the middle. What were you looking for? I was looking for that split. You know, someone like Clemens. You're like, yeah, nobody hits that split. Yeah, but I knew he was going to throw it. But nobody hits it.
What am I looking for it for?
You know, and that's where Skubal's changeup is. I mean, it's guys hit a $154 on it, 41% K rate on it last year, 47% whiff rate. Like, don't miss the heater.
2-1. Fouled off by Wilyer, hitting .314 with 3 home runs. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm looking for Koufax's curve, like, or Pedro's change. Why am I doing that?
I mean, listen, it ain't that easy. I get it, because he's throwing 97, 98. He's got a 4-seamer he wants to ride up. He's got a sinker that you just saw there that he throws to lefties.
He is dirty. 2-2 to Wilyer. Puts him away. Fastball again touching 97, and he has struck out 3 in a row. 2 down in the second. Rafaela will try his hand on him next as we check out home run odds presented by FanDuel. Cedon had a chance to win the game last night. Obviously, he's done that a bunch of times. He's had some very dramatic hits the last couple of years, but last night it was Masataka. Drop it down a bunt right along the line, foul. I don't know about you. I kind of like seeing that.
Yeah, I like it a lot. You know, when you're going up against a guy like this, you can either sit back and watch him get comfortable and just pound the zone and try to get some swing and miss, or you can do things like this. Even with 2 outs, you're a base stealer. Get him to move his feet, maybe field this position. Hey, maybe this ball goes into right field. You're on second. Like, these are the things you need to do when you're facing a guy like Skubal.
I don't think the Red Sox are in danger of becoming a big bunting organization necessarily, but we're seeing more of it this year. 1-1. Flared foul.
Well, you got some guys that can do it, or at least should be able to. You know, Cedon's a guy that should be able to. We know there's some ruts sometimes with him. Gets hot like he is right now. There'll be a cold spell, and you mix 1 or 2 of those in a week, and all of a sudden your mentality changes. You know, you're getting hits, and you're feeling better about yourself. Jaron could be one of those guys too in that shift.
Caleb Durbin.
We've already seen Durbin try it. He's hit 5 or 6 last year for the Brewers.
Connor Wong's a good bunter. Waved at and missed on that changeup, struck him out, and Skubal strikes out the side in the second. 3-1-0 Tigers leading the Sox. Dave O'Brien alongside Lou Merloni and Jemai Webster on an overcast day at Fenway. Then game 2 of this 4-game series as Torres leads off. He struck out in the first inning. 4 games, 4 different start times. You only see that at Fenway at this time of the year, because Patriots Day starts at 11 in the morning. A little pop up that'll be fouled off first, and no play for Contreras.
Yeah, it's getting more and more like that. Like the first 3 weeks of the season, all these day games, opening days. Then you get past Marathon Monday, and you're like, okay, you start getting settled into some night games, it seems like. But it's always a strange weekend.
And players talk about that too. They talk about, yeah, getting into a rhythm of the season like that. Very important for these guys, such creatures of habit. 2-1.
You got Sonny Gray going on Monday. He may get here at 4 in the morning.
He might.
He'll be out in that bullpen at 9:30, going his pre-pitch routine.
I have seen very few players as punctual as Sonny. Off the plate. So Bayo had a very rough first inning. He only gave up the 1 run, but he walked 2, gave up 2 hits. He breezed through the second inning, 1, 2, 3. Now he's got a 3-1 and a leadoff man in the third. Rattled a short. Monasterio there today. And not a good throw, but dug out by Contreras. He has saved probably 3-4 errors this year already.
Oh, he's really good over there, and that's something we really haven't had in a long time here in Boston. We keep talking about Mitch Moreland, but not just picking the baseballs, but also the range. Like balls down that right field line that he is stopping, getting from the double or maybe even a triple. Ranging left and right. Great athlete. He can throw the ball around the diamond. He's helped these infielders out a lot.
Cole Keith 1 for 1. Batting stats are presented by your local Honda dealers.
You know, he messed around with that cutter to Torres, and finally 3-1. Just threw him a sinker. Let the movement do the work. Ground ball to the shortstop. But he's been really, really cutter heavy. That was his fourth, three-ball count already in this game. Cutter more than his sinker right now, 40%.
Among the things we're keeping an eye on is the home plate umpire, a rookie. This is his first game behind the plate at the big league level, Felix Neon, and so far he's been good. Wave and a miss on the cutter again.
It's only the second Dominican umpire in MLB history.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if he's from the same neighborhood as Bayo.
Would have been worth looking into, right?
Friends, or
yeah.
Good so far.
Did you ever think that when you were hitting at the big league level that you turn around and go, hey, would you guys grow up together?
I always felt good when I had an Italian behind the plate. But no, it never seemed to work.
Well, another 3-ball count. 3-1 to Keith. And a little number foul.
It's 5th one here already in this game. It's 12th hitter.
Riley Green on deck. It's kind of been a mirror to his season so far. And a 3-2. Ground ball to first, backhanded by Contreras. The underhand toss to Bayo. 2 up, 2 down. He gets rolling. He rolls those ground ball outs one after another.
Well, again, 3-2, just sort of like, okay, you know, I'm going to throw a sinker down the middle, let the ball do, you know, get the action on that ball, get him to roll over on it. He gets the ground ball. It's gone 3-1, 3-2 to get to that pitch. A lot of cutters off the plate, looking for swing and miss.
Well, they walked this man, Riley Green, in the first inning. Green, one of their best hitters, 36 home runs, 31 doubles, 111 RBIs last year. Second Tiger in 125 years to get to those kind of numbers.
A big year. 201 Ks to go with it. What? It's a big year.
Throwing around Hank Greenberg, who did it in 1935 in that class. Driven out to right field, but coming in, Abreu, and a nice running play. Boy, got a good break on it. Such a steady outfielder. 1, 2, 3, they go. Guy. Well, Sox trying to get even, trying to make contact here against Tarik Skubal. That's been said before. It's Durbin, Wong, and Kiner Falefa bottom third against the lefty, who has fanned 4 straight. And fires that one in there for a strike. Caleb at 138, looking for that first home run. At third base today, and grounds that one to the right side, right at Torres for the first out.
Tonight, following Extra Innings Live, don't miss Red Sox Finals, presented by Volvo Cars, TC Willie and Manny. They're going to break down the game and review Garrett Crochet's start tomorrow. It's only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
That's right. We missed by 1 day a showdown between Skubal and Crochet.
That would have been fun. Although Framber,
yeah,
Valdez, another one, another tough lefty.
Customer, yes. Connor Wong stepping in at 381. Doubled in the third last night.
Connor's been hot. He's been swinging it. And you forget last 2024 and the year he had. I mean, he hit 280. You know, last year was a mess. You know, I don't think he had either hand really to hit with. Broke that pinky earlier, had a surgery on that right hand later in the year that was bothering him all year. I think you just get to the point where you're like, I don't have either hand. My job's to catch. My job's to work with the pitchers, try to get him through a game. I think he limited some time hitting because his hands were hurting or they didn't feel right, and just a lost year offensively.
2 for 5 lifetime against Skubal. Out in front of that changeup, and 2-2.
Really be a guessing game with this guy. He mixes in just enough sliders to the righties to kind of keep you honest, but two-pitch combo can just be dominant.
Red Sox looking for their first base runner against the Cy Young winner. Skubal making his 5th start of the year. Coming off an 8-2 victory over against Miami. Went 6 2/3. Couple of hits allowed, 1 run. Right now an ERA of 2.03. And down he goes, 96 miles an hour. He has fanned another one. That's number 5 on number 2.
As that heater out of the zone, a 4-seam fastball, it's going to be up to kind of show him a changeup, and that's what he kind of plays off for the most part, right? The fastball's up there. You want to lay off of that. You think you got one down, ends up being the changeup he's out in front of.
Isaiah kind of Falefa getting the start at second today. It's a high fly ball, but not deep. Out goes the shortstop Baez, and he'll make the play. It's a 10-pitch inning for the left-hander. 1-0 Tigers. Well, Skubal in cruise control right now as we go to the 4th inning. Red Sox trail 1-0. And Brian Bayo, who has retired 7 in a row after a rocky start, faces Torkelson and Carpenter and then Perez. Well, wherever you are as a baseball fan watching your team, you may be thinking, well, things haven't gone that well. But you're not in Flushing, New York, where the Mets, although they lost in Chicago today, have now lost 10 consecutive games. They got beat by the Cubs 4-2. New York Mets with the highest payroll in Major League Baseball, higher even than the Los Angeles Dodgers. And they cannot get out of their own way. And that's going to be in there for strike 3. Cutter freezing Torkelson. Manny likes that pitch today.
Yeah, he does. But it was the sinkers to get ahead. It's only the 5th time he's thrown strike 1, but he got ahead with that sinker. Kind of show inside, and then it kind of opens up the outside part of the plate for this. I mean, he calls it a cutter. To me, it looks a little more like an old school slider, but still, good pitch. Well, the American League's a mess. I mean, who would have thought you have Tampa Bay leading the East? How about the Twins? You had them leading the Central?
They did not.
I mean, everybody's 500s. Keeping you in here at 8 and 11, which start playing better baseball and getting some wins and still right in this thing. It's early.
Popped up by Carpenter into foul ground. Durbin looking for room, but runs out of real estate.
I mean, Seattle's 8 and 13. They were a lock to win the West, weren't they? And I still think they will. This Tiger team's 10 and 10.
Remember how good Houston looked out of the gate?
Yeah,
against the Red Sox. They're in the basement. They're 8 and 13.
They had a tough stretch.
Pirates are 12 and 8. Tied for first.
Phillies 8 and 11. It's going around.
1-1 pitch to Carpenter. High drive into right field. Abreu backing up. Track, wall, and that's gone. Carpenter with his 4th home run of the season. 2-0 Detroit as he sticks that one in the bullpen.
He really back legs this thing here. 86. That was another cutter. That's a big run too for Detroit. You feel like every single run with Skubal on board. Well, this here is a changeup. We're talking about the location for Bayo. See how Wong's reaching for it. The changeup at 86. You like the speed, but then again, the location, inner half to left, he's going to run into a barrel. So you want this pitch down and away, and then leaks over inner half at 87, just right into that sweet spot for lefties. Throw that ball about 6 inches outside, you get a swing and miss. You'd rather miss right there with that changeup. He back knees things, doesn't he?
Does. Second home run that he's had against Bayo on the year. Wencel Perez will look at a pitch downstairs. He is 0 for 1. To your point, A solo home run with Skubal on the mound. Feels like more than that. Meanwhile, this will be the 72nd pitch already for Bello today, and in for strike. Skubal has thrown as many pitches in his outing so far today as Bello threw in the first inning. And the 3-1, another 3-ball count. He'll walk him. So he has walked his third man.
Yeah, you know, you got a guy that's 1 for 20. And Perez, he gave up that solo shot to Carpenter. You got to get back on it, right? You got to get strike one, fall behind 3-0, and you walk someone 1 for 20 to get to Baez. This is where last year we saw so much growth from him, right? Where there were mistakes made behind him. He might walk a guy. There would be a deep breath. He would lock back in.
Baez, a free swinger if ever there was one, tags this one. That's going to be off the green. Perez into third, into second with a stand-up double. Javier Baez, and more trouble for Bello, second and third with one down.
There's more of this. This is more like what we saw really out in Houston. You know, when things kind of went bad, this is a sinker. I mean, not an awful pitch at all. Baez just sort of clears this thing out. Not much depth to that one to get the ground ball, but still, it's execute right here. Try to get your ground ball. Try to minimize the damage. You got to get this guy.
Rogers hitting well under 100. He's 0 for 1 today with a fly to center. Infield drawn in for the Sox, and they are down 2-0. And Bello home of the 0-1.
Cutters. That's the reason why that cutter usage is so high right now. Because when he gets in trouble, that's his swing and miss pitch. He does love it. He's been in trouble here a couple innings now.
Little flare out to center field, coming on Cedon. Makes the catch, runner tagging. Here comes Perez, the throw to the plate, a good one, but not in time. Close play, but he definitely got in there. Out number 2, but that'll make it 3-0.
I say I'm not happy with himself. The shallow fly ball, he had good momentum here. So Perez can run. You know, Cora's going to send him and challenge this. It's on line. It's not a bad throw at all. Again, just Perez's speed. Beats this thing. Nice little slide to get the hand in there to avoid this tag. It's 3-0 Tigers.
With a man at second, McConaughey has singled and flat out to center, 1 for 2. We talked about it right before first pitch and all through the pregame. Talking about you just can't afford to fall very far behind Tarik Skubal. Line drive and a base hit to right. Baez rounding. Abreu up and gunning. It comes all the way through, but won't get him. 4-0 Tigers. McConaughey with his second hit today. And 4-0 Detroit.
Yeah, Baez running on contact too. You're not going to get him. This looks like a cutter, just a spinner. It doesn't really break. We've seen that cutter talking about maybe looking more like a slider at times. This one doesn't really do much at all. The Abreu going to his left, he doesn't have time. You know, you look back at this whole inning, the Carpenter solo home run, that's going to happen. You know, falling behind Wenceel Perez 3-0 and end up walking him. That's the at bat in this inning that you look at. I'd say it's a couple runs tacked on because of that.
Yeah, you're talking about the number 7 hitter hitting .053 coming into the game, and you walk him. Your third walk. Home run, walk, double, sac fly, base hit. The next pitch Bello throws will be his 80th today. And we are not out of the top of the 4th. Gleyber Torres, who has hit him well, has struck out and grounded out today 0 for 2. One on and 2 away. Torres came in a career 8 for 24 against Bayo. So 4-0 Detroit. On a day where the Red Sox are still scuffling to get their first hit of the afternoon.
Well, you knew it was going to be a struggle on the offensive side. Now you're going to have your second time through the order. Job got a lot tougher. So you go back to last night's game, why it was so important. You knew who was sitting on your neck the next day. Not that you can't get to him. It's not that many people do.
2 balls and 1 strike.
It's funny because the Twins put it on them too. They got the Skubal. I mean, it wasn't what happened to Crochet, but it's still 4 2/3, 4 runs. They beat up on Fromber. Like, Twins swinging it.
That was like nobody's pick when the season got underway. Minnesota, they had a fire sale last July. Their fans are still angry at them for that.
Yeah.
They're staying away from the ballpark in droves.
Lost Pablo Lopez. You didn't really think much of him, and sitting on top of the Central.
Yeah, it's been weird how they've just crushed the great pitchers in the game so far. 2-2. And he swings and misses for strike 3, but they're going to get 3 more. It's now 4-0 Detroit. Red Sox in a hole here, 4-0 as we get the 4th inning underway for the Red Sox side. Anthony and then Monasterio and then Contreras. Meanwhile, the Red Sox bullpen and left-hander Moran throwing out there, active. With Bayo getting knocked around here early, a check swing, and that'll miss.
Well, 3 of the next 4 hitters for the Tigers are lefty, so I'm saying that's about it. 84 pitches for Bayo. Not what he's looking for here today.
And the 2-0. Not what was needed against this guy. Red Sox don't have a hit yet. Skubal has struck out 5. And he has fallen behind Anthony 3-0. And going to be ball 4. So Red Sox finally have a base runner. Roma is on the walk.
We'll get him from that stretch. Hadn't been there yet. No 4-pitch walk. That's not something you normally would see, right? Just giving them 3 runs, looking for a shutdown inning, 4-pitch walk. Trying to make something of it.
First 3-ball count, and then he walks him, and now Monasterio is 0 for 1. He's tapped to third. One thing to keep in mind is that is in there at 89 with a slider. Skubal has lost both of his starts at Fenway. 11 runs.
Yeah, 0-2 with a 9 ERA, but that was a little bit before Cy Young Skubal.
Yeah, that was in 23. Last time he's pitched here. And the count 0-2.
Yeah, 1 in 22, 1 in 23. 23 was a good year. It was just a short year for him, but nothing like we've seen from this guy in the last 2 years.
No, he's become a monster since then. Back-to-back size. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And down he goes. So he's fan 6 now. Came back to get Monasterio 1 away.
Just elevate this 4-seam up. It's going to be 4-seam heavy to righties. The lefties he'll try to sink like we saw to Roman Anthony, but he was unable to kind of get it in there. In control against these righties.
Skubal, the 12th pitcher in Major League history to win back-to-back size. Contreras 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He became the first American League pitcher to repeat, as Lou had mentioned, since Pedro Martinez in 1999 and 2000. Some company to be in for Tarik Skubal, the 29-year-old. Change 0-2.
And it's just consistency too. You know, last year on his way to a second Cy Young. You know, the highest ERA he had in any month was August, and it was a 2.52.
Let himself go in August.
Apparently, like, he was hittable in August. 2.52. You know, normally, guys, even Crochet last year, they had a month where he's about 3.8, 3.9. You know, normally there's 1 month in there where maybe you slip a little bit, but not much from him.
Well, I know the big guy's going tomorrow. Garrett Crochet 2-2, but with an unsightly 7.58 ERA after the blow up in Minnesota. And I know you watched the game. What were your thoughts as he was giving up all those runs?
You didn't really know what you were watching, to be honest with you. My first thought was, well, just get him out of there and just get him ready for the next one and hope that he wakes up in the morning, everything is fine physically. And then you start thinking about that start before up against Mizorowski, where it was just, what, 107 pitches. He was really pulled. Remember, we said it was the first time I felt like he walked off the mound against Milwaukee where he actually looked tired. The very first time. And you wonder if that had something to do with that outing in Minnesota.
Could have. Well, your mind really races. The 2-2, swing and a miss, another nasty changeup. Back-to-back strikeouts by Skubal. Because like the first place you go is, well, I hope he's not hurt. Maybe he's sick. Maybe he's tipping.
Well, you got to look at the film. I mean, you have to absolutely look at the film to wonder, try to figure out, was there something he was doing? And they were picking up on it. I know Caratini came over from Houston, right? That team last year, it seemed like, I don't know, maybe they had something on him as well, but you had to look at the film.
Yeah, they got him last year, got him again this year. That one's rolled foul by Trevor Story. He's 0 for 1.
It's funny because when you look at some of his numbers in his career, like those are the two teams that he struggled against, even going into that game. For him to have a 4.5, 4.6 ERA against anybody, that's a struggle.
Yeah.
And he did against the Twins. He has against Houston. They just happen to be two of the first 4 starts he had this year. I think all eyes will be on him tomorrow.
Red Sox have repeated it over and over again. He has, Alex Cora has, he is healthy. He is not injured. And if he were, the Red Sox wouldn't be sending him out there anyway. So he says, I'm 100%. And tomorrow, all of a sudden, an absolutely fascinating outing. Most of his starts are anyway. Fouled away by Trevor.
And the tipping talk is like taboo. I mean, it really is. Nobody even wants to get into it
at all.
You certainly don't want to admit it. Yeah, he was, because guess what? Everybody will be looking at it trying to say, okay, well, what was it? They'll try to figure out what it was. So whether he was or he wasn't, whatever it's going to remain in-house. And you just hopefully he comes out tomorrow and you kind of see, as he mentioned, that control. He couldn't control the other half. They were looking in. They beat up Skubal. They beat up Fromber. They have a good approach against lefties.
Sure have so far. 2 out, runner on, and a 1-2 pitch from Skubal. I mean, there's a reason that every major league team has a tipping group. A group of guys, analysts, who concentrate on that. And it's right down to facial features. What are you doing with your eyebrows on the 1-2 pitch? They try and pin that down, the 2-2.
That's everything. You get some guys opening their mouth on changeups. Can the first base coach see it? Can the third base coach see it? Can the runner on second see it? It's such a big part of the game now, more than ever, because of the technology and the still shots that they can put together. So you really have to be on top of it. More so, you look at like takes on pitches that shouldn't be taken, or at least the way hitters do.
Right.
It's usually a red flag.
3-2, struck him out. Back to that changeup. What a deadly pitch for the second inning here today. He strikes out 3 in a row, and the Sox are going to the pen. Bayo's pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. Only 4 innings. He threw 84 pitches. That was a labor.
Well, it's too many 3-ball counts. Didn't really attack hitters. This looked more like what we saw in his first 2 outings. When he did trust his sinker, he got ground balls, but didn't believe it was enough to get outs and just really relied on that cutter and other things, and it got him in trouble.
Miranda lefty out of the pen. Throwing the ball well. 1.74 ERA. 2 1/3 scoreless innings in relief Monday at Minnesota. Getting Cole Keith here, and he'll crack that one to first. Contreras underhands to the pitcher for an out. Inning 5 is powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox get the first man.
Giovanni's done a really nice job. He's gone 2 innings or more in 4 of his 5 outings this year. He's done a really nice job against lefties, getting a couple here out of the gate, 3 of the first 4 hitters, but he's retired now 13 of the 14 batters he's faced on the left side.
Riley Green to step in. He's walked and lined out hard to right. Last year in August, this guy hit the longest home run by any Tiger in the StatCast era. Tied for the longest grand slam in the majors, 471 feet against the Athletics.
Wow.
2-0.
Did it give a year of when exactly the StatCast era started? Like 2015, huh? I think that was the year. I was trying to think of Miguel Cabrera back in the heyday.
I remember Andres Galarraga hitting one down in Miami years ago into the upper deck at what was then Pro Player Stadium. And originally they said it was something like 498 feet. And they said, no, wait a minute. We got to back that off. We'll make it like 430 or something like
at
that.
At that point, why don't you give him 2 more?
Right.
Call it 500.
In there for a strike. And my first thought was, well, the guy who gave it up must have complained.
That's
a challenge here.
The pitch was for a strike. The batter is challenging.
You can't give him that much time, can you? I mean, he's going to lose it, but
The score is overturned.
oh no, it's overturned. You can't give him that much time. He came back, looked at him, talked to him for a while.
It's going to wind up ball 4.
The Core's thinking the same thing.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Umpire's like, what are you talking about? But
It's supposed to be instantaneous, and he kind of looked back and questioned it.
so to bring up Torkelson with a runner at first. Green after taking the walk and in for a strike. Lance Barksdale, the umpire at first, getting an earful from Alex Cora.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why you can't wait that long is maybe you glance down to first base coach and he's tapping his hat, or in the dugout might be tapping their hat. Who knows?
Go back to that.
But I mean, this is the pitch right here. He obviously doesn't agree with it. He looks down, he's fixing. Also, he looks back at him and he's thinking, yeah, maybe I should. That's just too long. He's already kind of glanced on deck.
Torkelson fanned in the first, fanned again in the 4th inning. And that's going to be in there. Caught him looking with a changeup and struck him out. Out number 2.
Well, changeup's his money pitch. This is a good one here. A little bit up, but it's out. He just sort of gives up on it. Yeah, guys, that's been a pitch for years for Giovanni, but this year now 2 for 13 on that pitch with 7 strikeouts.
Here's Carpenter, a walk with the bases loaded in the 1st inning against Bayo, and then he homered into the bullpen off him. The Tiger pen is next at bat. This guy had a 3-homer game last June. Tigers have not hit a lot of home runs this year, but it was a big part of their attack last year as a postseason team. They're trying to stop a 9-game road losing streak today.
He probably woke up feeling pretty good with the guy on the mound.
And Skubal's lived up to it. So far, he's no hit the Red Sox. Tried to lift that cutter. 1-1.
8 strikeouts to go with it, too. Just a walk to Roman. Look at that, completely different on the road, just offensively as well. ERA, you name it.
In for a strike. 1-2. They played a big ballpark too. Tigers right now at 10-10. Man, a 1-2 home. Tried to hold up, and it was downstairs with a change. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4 runs on 5 hits for Detroit. All zeros for the Sox today. Bello knocked out after 4 innings. And the 2-2 from the left-hander. Boy, another full count.
Boy, a lot of those.
Perez on deck. Yankees won big today. They thumped Kansas City in the Bronx 13-4. Runner taken off, and he struck him out. Back-to-back Ks by Moran. 1 man left. Well, who'll be the first man in a Red Sox uniform today to get a hit against this guy? Tarik Skubal, 4-0. Detroit in command. Just trying to get into the hit column. Wilyer Abreu, he struck out in the second. One of 8 Red Sox who have struck out so far. And Abreu, Rafaela, Durbin due up in the 5th. Wrapped up the middle, and there's your answer. A base hit. Wilyer Abreu is on. Red Sox have their first knock today.
You got 2 lefties in this lineup. Anthony was the other one that walked, and on the year it's kind of consistent. I mean, lefties are hitting 267 coming into the game. Righties 203. This looks like that little slider that he tried to throw over the middle of the plate. But the changeup is so devastating. Usually for the cross-handed, right, for the righties. The lefties actually seen him better this year, and so far in this game, your 2 lefties have only 2 guys been on base.
Skubal, by the way, has not thrown a no-hitter in his career. Here's Ceddanne Rafaela, who struck out in the second. He's 0 for 1. He wants to challenge this.
That one looked away.
Pitch was called a strike. The batter is challenging.
It's an area where Ceddanne this year, you look at him offensive, he looks a little bit different, and that ball's way away. That's a bad miss.
Boston has 2 challengers remaining.
Yeah, he can't let that one go.
KBS powered by T-Mobile.
We didn't even give a distance. That's how far away it was. Usually it's like 2 inches, right? That's about 5.
It's another area code. Felix got off to a good start. He's been roughed up here, the young home plate umpire, last couple innings.
But see, these 2 pitches right here, 2-0. I can't remember, unless the ball's to the backstop, is it Ceddanne being 2-0 much last year? But like, he's been so much more patient early in counts.
Abreu aboard, 4-0 Detroit.
Look at some of the numbers from last year compared to this year. In just the first 2 pitches, swinging 36% of the time compared to almost 54, and the chase is way down as well. Much more patient early in counts, getting in better counts, and putting good swings on it.
Swing on 3-0 and a high fly deep to left field, backing up Green all the way back to the wall. He'll play it off the 10, racing into third. Abreu, throw comes in behind him, and it's a double for Ceddanne Rafaela. That was up there all day.
See, when you're more patient at the plate, you're getting some counts, and every once in a while you get a 3-0 green light. And you have to do this against this guy. We've talked about it many times. Like, 3-0 has to be a swing away count in this league right now. Because if you let this pitch come by, you're going to get 2 more changeups. So he does it, puts a swing on it, just misses this, gets enough of it to get the wall. And now you got some action. You got to take your chances against Skubal.
Durbin with runners at second and third tried to hold up. They do appeal, no swing. So ball 1. Red Sox with back-to-back hits after being shut down completely for the first 4 innings.
He's trying to cut into this thing right now. Roger's going to go have a little chat, falling behind some hitters. Fastball was way off. The one thing about Skubal, as you said, like he doesn't really throw 100 pitches. I think last year he only did it 3 times in 31 starts, and it's like 103. This year, I think the season high is 96, so he's right around there. Now, he's usually efficient, and that gets him to 7 innings, but you have to be able to make him work and maybe cut this out and shorter a little bit, get to that pen.
Well, he's only thrown 60 pitches so far today. The 1-0 bounced up there and a stop by Rogers. Their bullpen moving around, no one throwing yet. But Abreu with the first hit of the day for Boston, then the double by Ceddanne off of the line score. And the 2-0. He checks, and that's ball 3. Red Sox trying to climb back in this thing. Durbin with a double in the 6th inning last night. Hit safely in 3 out of his last 5.
Hit 3-0. We can look for another heater for a strike. Let it rip.
And he's going to take ball 4. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Connor Wong coming up.
We're going to have a little chat with him right now. Just looks like a different guy the last couple of hitters. 3-0 to Rafaela before the double, and walked Durbin on 4 pitches. Some of them not close. I mean, you have to check in. You have to take advantage of this. If you're Connor Wong, you almost feel like he stayed away from his changeup, and everything else has been all over the ballpark here a little bit.
Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at midnight. Sox in 2 only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360. Presented by Bigelow Tea. So man at every base. Red Sox have finally broken through in the hit column. And Connor Wong to try and do some damage.
It'd be a good time to get his first home run since September 8th of 24.
Wouldn't that be a lovely thing to tie this thing up? He'll take ball 1. And Skubal's all over the place.
Wow.
With the way he was dealing the first 3 innings and then into the 4th inning, you figured this wasn't going to happen. 1-0. Fouled back, a very aggressive swing and a fastball.
He's been from the windup the whole time. You get him in that stretch and he could be a different guy. Of course, Roman led off the 4th with a walk, and he said, well, there it is. But then he struck out the next 3. So you figure maybe not. But he's looked a little different here this inning.
Yeah, he's throwing 12 pitches in this inning, only 3 for strikes. Red Sox have them all loaded up. Nobody out. Change up 1-2.
Need contact, right? Put the ball in play. Get even a ground ball. You get 1 across, but we've seen it before. Little cue shots off the end of the bat. Little broken bat. Drops in for hits. Toughest guy in the league to do it with, though.
Abreu, Rafaela, Durbin loading them up. Skubal's 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Torres gets the bag for an out, across the body, and in time for the double play as a run scores. Abreu crossing home plate to put the Red Sox on the board. 4-1. Runner all the way down to 3rd and Ceddanne Rafaela.
Well, he gets the contact. Fortunately, just a ground ball right up that middle. Torres, nice job, gloves it. Nice little pick at first base. You get 1 across. Obviously, you want a lot more. See if Kiner-Falefa can get this second run in right here.
0 for 1 today. He's popped to short. A low fly ball in the center field coming on. Perez, and Skubal pitches out of difficulty. Only 1 run scores. 4-1 Detroit.
Sox on the board, top of the 6th now here at Fenway Park. Tom Caron with you outside our Wasabi Fenway studios, getting ready for our post-game coverage. WB Mason extra innings coming your way live after the game. Manny Del Carmen and Will Middlebrooks with me, guys. We'll do a deep dive on Garrett Crochet, what went wrong last time around and what he needs to do to get it right tomorrow. Big start for Crochet.
Well, it certainly is. Big one for the Red Sox with their ace on the mound. And against Framber Valdez, so should be an outstanding pitcher. We had one last night. Today has been one-sided. Skubal pitching out of what could have been a big inning for the Red Sox. Had the bases loaded, nobody out.
Yeah, you came out of that with 1. You left to get a couple more on board, and that's what we're talking about. You go back to that Bayo start. You know, his job's to keep it there to where it's a 1-0, 2-0 game in the middle of that rally. Let him feel some heat a little bit.
So Perez will lay off, and that's up high.
But instead, he gets bases loaded, nobody out, gets out of the jam with only 1 run. Skubal will sign up with that all day.
Perez tapped to second. He's also walked and scored a run. We'll fly that to center. And then a routine play for the Gold Glover. Ceddanne grabs that out, number 1. In front of Javier Baez, who ripped a double in the 4th inning against Bayo. He would come in and score. That's the inning they got 3. And at the time, they led it 4-0.
That's the one at bat that's going to bother me right there, Perez. Now 1 for 21. After that solo shot, it was a walk, and it led to a couple more runs. Bear down, keep that thing 2-1 here. It'd been interesting.
Garrett Crochet tomorrow against Framber Valdez, the lefty. And then Monday 11:10, Sonny Gray against Jack Flaherty. With the early start on Patriots Day, and that's off the plate on Baez. And then the New York Yankees are in town after the series concludes against Detroit. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6:45 on Tuesday.
A little midweek, huh? Yankee series. When was the last time we had that? It's usually on the weekends. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Yankees.
Thursday, by the way, at 6:10. And down low for a ball.
You see that Crochet ERA is 7.58. Like, I can't even look at his ERA for like another month and a half. You know, he could pitch great for the next 4 or 5 outings, and it's still going to be a 4.2. That's right, 10 runs an inning and 2/3. That's take a while. So you just put your head down and go up and put up zeros tomorrow.
And the choice wrapped to the right side and gobbled up by Kiner Falefa. 2 down. Comforts of Home presented by Bernie and Phil. Save 30% on a second item now during the Bernie and Phil Spring BOGO event. Looking ahead to the rest of the homestand, Yankees coming to town Tuesday. You can find that game and Thursday's game on NESN Plus, and as always on NESN 360. Bruins starting playoff hockey. So for 2 of those dates, we move over to NESN Plus. Man, in there for a strike on Rogers. Red Sox will be playing a lot of baseball last night, beginning a stretch of 23 in 24 days. High flying to left. Anthony back to the wall. Now he's going to have to play it off the monster. Into second base with a double. Rogers coming with 2 down.
Oh, very similar to the ball that Cedon hit. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing out to the wall, but really not all that much. Roman goes all the way back. He gets tight up against this wall because he thinks he might be able to catch it. But unfortunately, he's a little bit too close to get this ricochet. Cedon does a really nice job to get over here. Rogers doesn't run well at all, but by Cedon getting out of here, keeps him off of third base by backing that up.
Looked like it struck the A there on Mason. I wonder if he had kept all the way back to the wall, if he's got a catch there. In any event, a double for Rogers. Top of the order. McConaughey already with 2 hits today, 2 for 3 with an RBI. A swing and bunt. That'll roll. He'll scoop it up in fair ground. Wong spins to play, makes really well. It gets him at first base, so nothing comes of the double. He's powered by Google Cloud.
Well, Scooble threw 5 innings, 8 strikeouts. You see that 4-seam fastball and that changeup to go with it. That is a season high 8. Struck out 7 his last couple outings, and you see that changeup outer half off the plate. A lot of power fastballs on top of the zone.
Back out there for his 6th inning. He's right at 70 pitches now. 1 ball, 1 strike on Roman Anthony, who's grounded out to second and taking a walk today. Trying to fist that into center field. He'll do it. He's got himself a base hit. Red Sox with their 3rd hit today against Skubal. But this one leading off the 6th inning.
I don't know, both lefties got a knock off Skubal with a little sinker in. He just fought this thing off. Like I said, throughout the year, lefties have been getting them. 867 OPS, righties only 520. You got some of your lefties, Duran Yoshida, on that bench, but that changeup can neutralize righties.
Monasterio 0 for 2. He's grounded out and whiffed today, indicating a bunt. He'll take a ball. Third baseman McConaughey racing in.
Yeah, Roman had a nice series out in Minnesota. Right, 5 for 10 in that series. Looks good. Really got to get him going. Seems to be the guy you're kind of waiting on and really get hot.
Red Sox winning last night to begin the homestand 1-0 and a pinch hit walk-off single from Masataka Yoshida. Change up 1-2. Just the Red Sox third 1-0 walk-off win since 1975 and the first in extra innings since July of 1980. Line into right field. That'll be down for a base hit. Anthony rounding. He's into third. And for the second inning in a row, the Red Sox with a couple of hits against Skubal after being no hit for the first 4 innings. First and third.
Well, it took a while, but they're looking a lot more comfortable against him now in this inning. This is a beautiful job by Monasterio. You know, he was out in front of that changeup, and this is just the right approach. I mean, the guy's got a good fastball. Try to punch that thing the other way, give you a shot maybe on that slider or changeup if you're right-handed. Continues to kind of just put good at-bats together.
1 for 3 today. Contreras now. Wilson trying to hit the ball hard. He is 0 for 2 Ks so far. So he looks at ball 1. Game 2 of a 4-game series. And a 1-0. Fouled off.
Him talking to himself. 1-0. He's looking for that fastball to drive. Skubal gives him a good changeup down and away.
Always has that pitch in his back pocket. He's thrown 77 pitches today, 45 strikes. The numbers calmed down a little bit last couple innings. A little trickler up by third. That'll roll foul. 1-2. Went back to the change again. Was there ever a guy when you were hitting as a pro, whether at the minor league level or the big league level, where you said, he's got a great changeup, we all know it, I'm going to guess change on this pitch? Did you guess changeup?
I think a lot of guys, some of the guys kind of tipped. So you knew it. Johan Santana was one of the guys I always hit really well, and there was a period where I kind of could see his changeup. And there'd be moments where I'm going to lay off this thing and try to get the fastball. There are other moments where I knew he was going to throw it, and it was going to be the bad one. It was going to be the one for the strike. And yeah, you'd kind of just sit on it and go after it, but you really had to know, for me, if almost like a tip from some guys.
1-2 and in there for strike 3. No argument from Wilson there. Strikeout number 9 for Skubal today.
Yeah, Wilson just not really seeing him well today. That's his third of the game. This one right in the bottom of that zone. It's one thing we haven't seen from the Red Sox a lot lately. I know Cedon did it earlier, but the challenge is, like, that ball's down. They have not really been very aggressive.
Not at all.
At all. They've only challenged now 22 times this year. The Twins lead with 63.
Trevor Story 0 for 2 Ks today.
You know, that would have been a time to do it, obviously. I mean, Wilson's a guy that you trust. Wilson's a guy that was really good at this earlier in the year, and clearly down in a big spot with nobody out.
Yeah, I think a number of Red Sox have been caught in between, like, do I, or, well, now it's too late. 1-1 to Story, too high.
Well, I think you start questioning yourself. I mean, early on, they really weren't good at it. You know, but I mentioned Minnesota leads the league with 63 challenges. They have 36 overturned. You've only challenged 29 times.
And they've had 36 overturned.
Yeah, and you got 9 overturned. That's 27 pitches. Like, could have been a big pitch right there.
1-1. Story gets a piece of it. Trevor has been the Red Sox top RBI guy with 17. He's third in the league. Anthony at third, Monasterio on at first. Red Sox down by 3.
That's a big one on third base, too. Put this ball in play. Avoid that double play. Try to cut into this lead. We're just a bloop and a blast away from tying it up. And
Skubal home with a 1-2. Went back to the heater. And that's where he's been today with the top end of the fastball, 97.
He really hasn't been sharp the last couple innings. His pitch count's up to 83 now. You get a couple innings of this bullpen to give him a shot. Get a little closer here.
Runner at first, Monasterio on the run, but it swung on and missed. He struck him out. Anthony holding at third. So there's number 10 for Skubal.
Yeah, and Contreras and Story 0 for 6 with 6 strikeouts. There's another good changeup down and away. Had him lunging for it. Monasterio gets that bag, get a couple in scoring position, look for a big hit from Abreu, who'd already got one off him.
Willier with a K and a single. Now this will be pitch number 85 for the left-hander, and in there for strike one. Red Sox do have 4 hits, all of them in the last 2 innings against them. The 1-strike pitch to Wilyer Abreu, and too high. Again, nobody warming in their bullpen, but his pitch count has been on the rise the last couple of innings. Red Sox 1-7 when striking out 10 or more times.
And you get the other stat too of the starting pitchers, right? Not being able to go through 6 innings. When they do, they haven't lost a game yet.
That's a strike. 97.
Well, he's taking a couple fastballs now down the middle.
19 pitches in this inning for Tarik Skubal. That's his longest inning of the game to this point. Anthony about halfway down the line at third. Liner but foul. He hit 98 on the gun in that pitch. Roman, by the way, was ducking on that line drive. He wasn't sure how close it was. It's a good 30 feet over his head, but he got down. Good idea. Anthony at third, Monasterio at second. 2 down. And a ground ball that'll be picked off by Torres. Not a good throw, but good enough to get out of the inning. Red Sox will strand 2.
Back here in the top of the 7th, still 4-1 Detroit in the remaining of this game on the Red Sox bullpen, and Giovanni Moran, a great option for Alex Cora to try to continue to put up zeros. I asked Alex what he's seen from the dugout on Moran's outing, and just as you guys have mentioned upstairs, he loves his strike throwing ability, and he can get both righties and lefties out. Though for the majority of his career, he's been a reverse splits guy, but doing the job to this point, and Andrew Bailey calls him the Swiss Army knife for the pen. He's a different pitcher for sure for them, and at points in the season he's given them 1 inning, 2 innings, back for his 3rd frame here. He's went 3 innings earlier this year as well in his several appearances, and he's one guy on this staff who is earning the trust of everybody, guys.
At 28 years old, soon to be 29, from Puerto Rico, brand new to the Sox this year. Hot from behind there. Wong will gather and get him. Gleyber Torres retired, 1 out in the 7th.
Well, he's done a really nice job for him, as you mentioned. Coming in this game, lefties 0 for 12 off of him, and he got the 2 lefties, 2 out of the 3 lefties he had faced. Because he's always been a guy, because of that changeup, that's a reverse split guy. And usually when you're a reverse split, like lefties will get righties out, it's because you have a nasty changeup. You can see it with Skubal, you can see it with Moran.
Red Sox picking him up late last year, and he's getting a lot of activity this year. Dingler's going to hit for Colt Keith, the DH. So A.J. Hinch will go to his bench with the Tigers in front 4-1. Dylan Dingler is also a catcher. Bases empty, 1 down, and the first one will drift in there for a strike.
Good action down that Detroit bullpen. Looks like Skubal may be done after 6. Really made some good pitches when he needed to, but it's a shame he only got one off him. He could have got 2 or 3.
Yeah, those last couple of innings, Red Sox had the bases loaded, nobody out, got 1 run in the 5th, a couple of more hits in the 6th inning right away. Tyler Holton active in their bullpen.
Interesting with the lefty. You got 4 righties coming up in a row, but Hinch is trying to keep those lefties for the Sox on the bench.
Dingler, good power, 4 home runs already, hitting .268. We are in the 7th at Fenway in the 2-1. Little flare out to center. On the move, Cedon to make the grab. 2 down. Hey, for a limited time, Rodenhiser is offering an early season comprehensive AC system check for only $89. Schedule yours while available. Two quick outs brings up Riley Green, who's lined out. He's also walked 2 times, so 0 for 1. And if you were not with us early in the game, it was a struggle for Brayan Bello. 84 pitches in 4 innings. He allowed 4 runs on 5 hits. And was knocked out after just 4 innings of work today.
Yeah, very similar to his first couple outings. Just a lot of 4s. You know, 4s everywhere, right? 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks. Like, it's just.
The walks have been killing him. Gave up a home run as well to Carpenter in the 4th inning. Here's a challenge.
3-0 and 2 outs. Got it.
So ruled a strike, overturned. ABS powered by T-Mobile. It has been pretty seamless, though. Would you not agree? The ABS challenge this year, good change up there to make it 2-2.
Yeah, it has. Like I said, I just feel like they've been snake bitten early on. They missed a lot, and it kind of affected, especially that game 2 of the year, to where they haven't really been aggressive with it. I would have loved to have seen Contreras last outing. That was the time to do his last at bat.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went with a fastball. 1-2-3 go the Tigers. CVS is proud to be part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support going beyond the prescription. Learn more at CVS.com. Dave Lou and Jemai with you. Bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox get a reliever now in the left-hander Tyler Holton.
Yeah, Holton 91, 92. Got everything. Cutter, changeup, a couple fastballs. Mainly cutter, changeup, 4-seamer to righties. Lefties, that sinker and sweeper come into play.
Cedon Rafaela with a double today. He's also whiffed. So Tarek Skubal with a season high 10 strikeouts today, as he went the first 6 innings.
That's kind of where he lives. 89 pitches. He kind of lives anywhere from 89 to 96, 97. Rarely goes over 100. It's just that he still gives you 6, sometimes 7, because he's so efficient. Just doesn't give up a lot of hits. You know, you look at that ERA and you take that Minnesota start out of it, it's 0.9. I mean, they roughed him up a little bit, but
2-2.
But you had him on the ropes. You had some opportunities, especially there in that 6th inning. You had 1st and 3rd and nobody out. He didn't get anybody in. Feel a lot better going after this bullpen. 3 innings, down a run or 2.
Yeah, 5th inning, bases loaded, nobody out. Wrapped to short. Baez up and over. And Cedon is 1 for 3 today, 1 away. So the pitching line on the 2-time Cy Young Award winner. 10 strikeouts, 2 walks. There's not many base runners against him ever.
No, you're only going to get a couple opportunities against a guy like this. And this is why we're talking about Bello. You're trying to match him, right? You're down 2-1, tied 1-1, but 4 innings, 4 runs, just wasn't able to do it today.
Durbin with a foul ball. He's grounded out and walked today. Last half of the 7th inning. And the 0-1.
Durbin, 7-hole tonight, 8-hole last night, 1 for 3 with a double last night in that game. He's looked better in the last 4 or 5. Never going to be a guy that really rips the cover off the ball and drives it.
Weissert up in the pen.
Still playing a good third base, but you just sort of waiting for him to have that game or two back to back to kind of get going, right? A couple of multi-hit games, get some confidence.
This guy can run too. If he gets on, he can steal you a base. 1-2 pitch is fouled away on a cutter. Red Sox winning last night 1-0. Masataka Yoshida with the RBI single in the 10th. Ranger Suarez with 8 shutout innings. That is in there. Strike 3. Red Sox fan for the 11th time today. And 2 out.
It's a couple times now. Horton's gone to this backdoor cutter. He did it to Cedon. Just starts this heater off. And that little cutter just comes back. Right-handed hitters will give up on it. It's a really good spot.
Connor Wong next. He struck out. He's also hit into a double play today. 2 down. So far in the series, Red Sox have scored 2 runs. And left-hander Holden with the 0-1.
This offense trying to get it going here, coming to this homestand, you're walking right into it. You know, Mize was fantastic last night. Schoolby got Fromber tomorrow. Not that you can't put 5, 6, 7 on some of these guys. Flaherty got a little rotation coming in with New York the following week.
2-1 home. And a 2-hopper to short. Baez. Always a strong arm. Gets him. Red Sox go quietly in the 7th.
Look at his arsenal presented by New England area Audi dealers, and the sinker was right up there in his regular usage. The cutter used an awful lot today, especially when he was in trouble. And even though that sinker usage was up, you see the 4-seamer's hardly ever thrown anymore. Just felt like he was never aggressive with it enough or confident with it enough just to attack hitters and get those easy outs. It just really didn't happen for him today.
Greg Weissert out of the pen. He's been used a lot, and this will be his 9th appearance, trying to bring that ERA down at 6.14. 4-1 Detroit to the 8th inning. Torkelson gets a piece of it. He's fanned all 3 times today.
Yeah, another guy that had a tough few outings, giving up the long ball in his first few. His last 3 he's put up zeros. Only giving up 1 hit in his last 2 2/3.
1-1, little number off the end of the bat. Weissert covering the ground. He'll flip on for out number 1. First man gone in the 8th.
That's really all you can do. Talking about Crochet, like, forget about the ERA. Don't even look up there. Just try to keep putting up zeros and maybe give it a peek in a couple of weeks. See where it's sitting. Giving up 3 home runs. It's really hurt that ERA right now so far for Weissert in his first few outings.
Tough for a reliever too to bring that down. Seems to take forever. Kerry Carpenter, good day for him. A walk with the bases loaded to pick up an RBI. And then he homered into the bullpen in the 4th inning. A solo shot. His 4th home run of the season. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Tigers. A run on 4 hits for the Red Sox. Neither side has committed an error. We're hoping the forecast improves for tomorrow. Showers in the forecast. Tigers only visit the one time. 2-0. And hit through the hole for a base hit. Carpenter's good day continues. On base for the third time. Time now for a strong play of the game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Here's the difference in the game here in that fourth inning. A changeup is left down and in. Mislocation, wanted it away, and Carpenter. It's got some power. He hits it the other pull side for that, make it a 2-1 ball game. And then the wheels kind of came off with a walk and a double, and 2 more were tacked on. That's where we're sitting here, 4-1.
Wencel Perez over 2 with a walk and a run. His first hit of the season was a solo home run. Not many hits since. 1 on and 1 out for Detroit. To the right side, Kiner Falefa into second base. 1 back to first, not in time to turn 2. Tigers with a base runner and 2 away in the 8th. And Baez next.
Did you have a nice trip out in St. Louis and Minnesota?
Yeah.
I missed you guys.
We missed you too, because we went to a great restaurant in St. Louis in the same neighborhood where Yogi Berra and Joe Garagiola grew up.
A little Italian spot.
Up on the hill, an Italian spot. Great Italian spot. And it's been there for ever. Legendary restaurant. You would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was home. We had an off day. My kid had a game on Friday. Beautiful day. So I was like all excited to watch a good high school ball game. And the team they were playing called Thursday and said we're not coming up, so the game was canceled. Right. Sox lost 3-2, and I'm just sitting there watching the game going, baseball doesn't like me right now.
What did I do?
We're having a bad relationship.
Right.
What was that, 3-2 game? Offensively, they didn't do much out in St. Louis game 1.
Sure.
Game got canceled. Didn't really know what to do with myself.
You begin to question your very existence, don't you?
I'm like, what? The baseball gods. What did I
gods
do?
Biting me here. That's in there for a strike. Baez 1 for 3 and a double and a run. That's tough, though. You get all geared up, and I know what it's like. Being a dad when your kids are playing.
Oh, you don't get to see many.
Not many at all.
I had an opportunity to watch a few of them, which I still did. It was nice.
1-2. Chop to the middle. Covering the ground. Kiner Falefa, and gets it over to first base to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. Tigers on top 4-1. Only 4 hits for the Sox today. And I think John Henry would like to see a lot more offense for the rest of this series. Red Sox have just 2 runs so far in the first 2 games.
Yeah, probably wants to see a starter go 6. When they do that, they're undefeated. When they don't,
yeah,
they're 0-11.
So it's that simple.
Oh, it's the strength of your team. When you look at everybody, and now this is really 1 good start out of 4 for Bayo, but everybody else has been 2 out of 4.
Kiner Falefa to lead it off. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Softly hit. McConaughey in time. And a fast out.
A guy like Conley early, that ERA is down there because his 2 subpar outings, they might have been 4 innings, but he only gave up a run and then 2 runs in the other. He really had the 1 start where he gave you a chance to win, right? It was up in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Game 3 was 5 2/3 and didn't give up a run, and it was a game he lost 3-2. Other than that, the starters put you in a hole.
I think it was Roman who was talking about him the other day. So he just looks different this year. He's bigger, he's stronger.
He's always confident and calm.
Hit 97 on the gun the other day in Minnesota through a terrific game, and Red Sox desperately needed that. But boy, you projects as a long and successful career.
Yeah. Well, there's the strength of your club, and you can't be every other day, right? We had that 1 stretch, was the 3rd time through the rotation, where everybody went out there and performed, and that was why that clunker out in Minnesota with Crochet, you figure you had momentum going into that outing.
Yeah, and had the rotation all set up. The Red Sox had an advantage in every game. rotation-wise, starting with Crochet and then Sonny Gray and then Conley Early.
Fourth time through the rotation, you got it from Suarez and Early.
3-1. Roman off the hands, popped up. Baez going out, crashing into the barrier and dropped it. Conigal going for that one and dropped it in the end. So the count 3-2. Take another look.
Running hard right into that corner. Just couldn't get it. Misses that pole right into that netting.
Actually never really got to it.
No, so you can talk about the road starters you're going to face the rest of this time, right? It's Fromber and Flaherty and Heel, Fried and Schlittler, but you should feel good about Crochet and Gray and Early and Suarez and Bello. That's how you're built. You just want to see a little more consistency, pitch to the level that they're capable of.
3-2 on Roman as a base hit and a walk today. Red Sox fell behind in the first inning, 1-0, and then 4-0 after 4 innings. So it's been uphill all day, especially when you're facing Tarek Skubal. Swung on and missed. Down he goes on strikes. 2 up, 2 down. In front of Monasterio. The attendance today announced at 36,527, a sellout at Fenway.
I was talking about Hinch too, going to Holton here, keeping the left-handed bats on the bench. IKF leading off, Monasterio here in the 3-hole, and you got Duran, Yoshida, Meyer, and others could have got at bats, but Hinch going with that lefty to keep them right where they are on that bench.
Monasterio today 1 for 3, a base hit, and has a stolen base. Red Sox have also struck out 11 times, 10 at the hand of the left-handed Skubal before he departed after 6 innings. They do appeal, no swing. Kenley Jansen doing a little exercising there. He continues a long and successful career of his own.
Still doing it.
Two down and a 1-2 pitch to the Red Sox shortstop today. Liner into center field. Perez closing on that, makes the catch. And for the second inning in a row, the Red Sox are retired in order. Time now for the Ford.com/local call to the bullpen. It'll be Zach Kelly coming on as we bring in the 9th inning. Red Sox down by 3.
Kelly's 6th appearance of the year, giving up runs in his last couple.
Jake Rogers to lead it off. He's driven in a run and he's doubled today. 7 hits for the Tigers. Red Sox have been held to 4. Now, the Red Sox do drop this game. They'll look back at a couple of innings where they had an opportunity, seemed to have Skubal, if not on the ropes, close. That was in the 5th inning and again in the 6th inning. That's when the Red Sox got all of their hits in the game.
Yeah, your bases loaded, nobody out. Double play ball got you the 1 run. Then you had 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Weren't able to capitalize on anything. Had your opportunities. So you don't get many against a guy like Skubal. When you do, you got to cash in. And really, this is, I mentioned, it's going to be like this in this homestand. You're facing some good pitching. So when the opportunities are there, you're talking about situational hitting. 0 for 5 today with runners in scoring position. But it's really the strikeouts in those innings that really hurt you. And double play ball.
2-2 coming. Ran it in. McConaughey on deck. He has a couple of hits. The 21-year-old. They do have a home run today as well from Kerry Carpenter. Punch to the right side. Kiner Falefa in, up, and over in time. One down in the 9th.
Tomorrow, the Bruins going to face the Sabres. Game 1 of the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You can tune in tomorrow at 7:30, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360. I do love playoff hockey.
Yeah, great time of the year.
Yeah, it is. And then the Celtics, a lot of excitement. Marathon weekend, playoffs starting.
McConaughey has gone 2 for 4 today. Wraps that along the line, but foul. There are cities that only have like one professional sports team.
It's a busy weekend here in Boston. Well, it's going to be a little chilly for the runners. That's probably good for them, though, right? They don't want too hot.
Well, you're looking at me when you say, is it good for the runners?
Well, I don't run.
Neither do I. I don't even want to run to the elevator. So it's just crazy to watch.
Yeah, it is. It's I grew up in Framingham, right on the. You talk about the marathon and right down the end of the street every single year. Masses would be the party. Just walk right down the end of the road. Get my oranges as a kid. Give them out. Love seeing the real runners, right? The leaders, when they come flying through.
It's insane.
Keep this pace for 26.2 miles.
Yeah. Line drive and caught. Monasterio able to snatch that. This kid can hit, though. 2 down. Conagle makes an out here, but he's a tough out.
That's an impressive stash. So Jake Rogers, a little sloppy. That one there, that one's maintained. Look at that.
This is big time. I mean, that's a lot of work, though, isn't it? I mean, a lot of work. That takes wax, right? You got to wax the ends.
I don't know. We're spraying that. I don't know what we got
in there.
Hairspray.
Hairspray. It's dangerous. I would not recommend that. Gleyber Torres taking a ball.
Like, I'm thinking he has to have like a curl, right? And kind of curl it around it, spray it, and then take the curl out like we're going, you know.
You mean like a mechanism, like a curling iron?
Yeah, something. I mean, it's perfect.
We're both well informed, aren't we? A mechanism of some kind. I think it's wax, though. I don't know anything about mustaches. I never could grow one. But, I mean, you got to have some wax there, right? That's Raleigh fingers all over that. Raleigh with the old Oakland A's had one of those handlebars. Charlie Finley, the owner of the A's, used to pay his guys to grow them. If you didn't have one, he said, I'm going to give you a bonus. It wasn't much because he was very cheap. But that's why they grew all those back in the 70s, those great A's teams.
Pay scale was a little bit different back then.
Just a bit.
I would say. Get anything you can. A little supplemental income.
Might have been like 500. It was worth it. You're playing for the A's back then. That's a serious stash, though. Give him his props. He's not real happy right now.
I was going to say, it doesn't really look like he's having a lot of fun.
Red Sox down 4-1 in the 9th. 3-2. And Gleyber Torres on the day has struck out 2 times. He's also gone 0 for 4, and he knows he's on TV.
Yeah, he's getting a message now.
It's me. Look at this.
Now they're having fun.
Good to see him smile. All respect there. Little loop shot into right field and down for a base hit. So Torres aboard for the first time, and they have their 8th hit today. And the official hospital of the Red Sox, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, is advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. And they just kept on and on talking about my mustache. It's a beautiful thing. 2 down and 1 on. Dingler with 1 at bat. He's flat out to center. Two-0. Dingler coming on as the DH late in the game, but as a catcher, he was a Gold Glover last year. Flies that one right field, pretty well hit. Abreu under that to make the catch and retire the side. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It is 4-1 Detroit. Red Sox have been shut down. 38-year-old Kenley Jansen just became the number 3 man all time in saves, number 479, surpassing the Hall of Famer Lee Smith. Only Mariano and Trevor Hoffman have more.
Well, he's still doing it with that pitch there. The cutter, still a pitch he leans on. He's got 4 saves, got 1 blown save, but still got a ton of swing and miss and strikeouts. 38 years old. Look at this. He's going to get to 500. I know when he left here, he talked about how he wants to keep playing and get to 500 saves.
Contreras 0 for 3. All strikeouts at the hand of Tarik Skubal. In the first and the fourth and again in the sixth. And knocked foul, 1-2.
I'm still surprised he didn't challenge that last one. Right, it was first and third, nobody out. The changeup was down below the zone. This is a guy that was fantastic throughout camp, was really good throughout the year early on. Just seems like as a team they haven't been as aggressive using it.
Yeah, and a 1-2 pitch to Contreras. Wilson followed by Trevor Story and then Wilyer Abreu. Kenny with the Dodgers, Red Sox, Braves, the Angels, and now the Tigers. Line shot into left center, down for a base hit. So the Red Sox have the leadoff man aboard in the ninth.
Well, it's a good start. He gets that cutter. Kenley just leaves a little bit too much of the plate, but we know Contreras kind of leaning out over. See where this pitch ends up. That's kind of off the plate, and he's still able to barrel it. You always talk about Kenley, that cutter is like just a unique shape to it. It's a lot of swing and miss on it.
Contreras had been 0 for 12 against Kenley before that hit. Brings up Trevor Story. Well, it worked for Contreras. He had been hitless with 3 strikeouts today. Same with Story, 0 for 3, 3 Ks. And a big right-hander's 1-0. Ground ball to short. Baez and Torres 1. That's all they'll get. 1 down in the Red Sox ninth, and Story the runner now at first base.
Baez still smooth, isn't he? The magician. He's playing a lot of center field. Just kind of slides into shortstop. Charged this ball, quick release, little snap throw. Confident defender.
He's always had a great arm. Abreu next. Wilyer 1 for 3, a single, and he has scored the Red Sox only run today. Warriors cooled off a bit down to 315 for a batting clip. Lined into left field, right at Green, barely has to move. 2 down. And we'll send up Ceddanne Rafaela, trying to keep this thing alive. Does have a double today, one of 5 Red Sox hits the entire afternoon on a murky day at Fenway. One on, 2 out. Story will take off, and he'll advance into second on ball 1. No stolen base granted. That's indifference to get him down to second. And across for a strike.
This is usually a situation where Kenley doesn't like having a guy on second base with a 3-run lead. A lot of times, sometimes he just automatically drops the ball for a balk to get the runner over to third.
Did it a couple times with the Red Sox.
Yeah. I think maybe guys are relaying signs.
Yoshida's on at the on deck circle, and that'll miss downstairs. 2-1. Red Sox trailing 4-1, ninth inning. Cedon hitting .286 with a home run. And the 2-1. Has the count his way, 3 balls and a strike.
Couldn't get the tying run at the plate here. Can find his way on the base. Give Massa a shot.
Kenley from the set, and the 3-1. High pop down the right field line. That'll drift off into the stands. Well, tomorrow an earlier start. It'll be Garrett Crochet against Framber Valdez. Couple of lefties. Misty right now. There is rain in the forecast tomorrow. We hope that misses us. Sonny Gray will go on Monday at 11:10 in the finale of the series. Popped up and a play in foul ground. Torkelson makes the catch. 4-1 the final. Tigers had their ace on the mound. He pitched like it for 6 innings, and the Sox managed only 5 hits.
Well, you had your opportunities, no question, the 5th and 6th to get to him. You weren't able to cash in with a lot of guys on base, nobody out. Only got 1 run out of it, but ultimately this comes down to Brayan Bello going 4 innings again. Look more like the first 2 starts. Just walks, not getting many ground ball outs, and you got to get more. You got to get more length from your starters. You've seen it. When you do, you win. When you don't, you lose.
Stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC, Will, and Manny will recap the key moments in the loss today. Plus, we'll hear from Alex Cora and Brayan Bello. That and more coming up after the break.